Hello, welcome to this video on food as medicine. In this video, I would have a short recap about what we talked about in the previous video recording, as well as the idea of what Sangha acupuncture is and what the meaning of Sangha and community in healing. Then we would move on to talk about the main topic, which is food as medicine. I would introduce to you the 5-element theory and the idea of temperature in Chinese dietetics, so you can understand how Chinese medicine view food as medicine, learn how to eat with the seasons, live with the seasons, and I will be introducing some simple recipes using the foods that are with the season when this lecture was made, which was during the winter time. So I hope that you would enjoy the video and that you would learn something from it. Thank you. Welcome to the second Chinese medicine seminar. Happy to have you all here. So for a start, we're going to do a very quick recap of all the things that we talked about in the previous class, and then we'll move on to to what we're going to talk about today. And if you need to move around or shift so that you can see me, feel free to do that, okay? Path Solaris again refers to path towards the sun, and the sun represents your higher self, your ego, the essence part of you. And so path towards the sun, Path Solaris, that's what the practice means, to connect you to your inner self, to your higher self. The first picture you see on slide 2, the one most to your left, Neng Yi, on slide 2 here. This one, again, it refers to Neng means ability or being able to, and Yi means heal. So ability to heal, believing that you can heal whatever that you come to me for healing, it can be healed, or your health goals can be reached. And then we also did the fourfold model, which is the second picture, and the details of this would be in the talk, the recording that we made. The fourfold model, again, the ego, the triangle part is the higher self. The astral body, that's the subtle bodies, that's the body of the mind and emotions. And then the etheric body is the body of the qi and the po, in Chinese medicine we call it. And then the physical body is what you see here, what you can see and touch and experience in the physical world. So in Chinese medicine, we believe that we are not just a physical body, but we have all these other subtle bodies as well. And then the last picture to the left here, that is the concept that we talked about when we talked about bivalent, multivalent science, and how Chinese medicine is a multivalent science and bio-Western medicine is more of a bivalent science. And in multivalent science, bivalent means A is not equals to non-A. It's either true or false. It's bivalent. There's only two. It's black or white. But multivalent allows the grayness to exist. Multivalent means that there are many different points in the whole sphere. And in certain areas, A can be equals to non-A at the extreme end. But at the middle, A can be equals to non-A. So it's a model that's holistic because everything is taken in relationship, in the context of the whole. So they're always looking at between this point and that point and what's their relationship to each other. So it's a science that allows us to map the grayness more efficiently than just black and white. And black and white can be good for certain things, like if you're doing surgery, but it may not be good like if you are in a place where you're dealing with chronic illness or something where it's much more gray. So that's why Chinese medicine is helpful, because it's more based on multivalent science. Just very brief. And then going on to slide 3 on the next page. So there again, we talked about the yin and the yang. In Chinese medicine, everything is yin-yang, light versus non-light. Things that's bright there's light and where there's no light, night and day. So yin yang is the bivalent 2 points, and multivalent is that map. And then we have the I Ching, which is the 64 stations of change. Again, there is a certain system, it's a science when it's multivalent, it's not just chaos. The second picture here in the middle, this character here, this symbol is xiang, which means symbols. So symbol science, archetypal symbol science is how we use in Chinese medicine. One of the language or the technology behind multivalent science is symbol science. And the symbol is something that is a special coded message signifier that you find in nature. So like, for example, wood is a symbol, but within that, it's coded with many messages on what wood means. And today we'll go a little bit more into that with the 5-element maps. And then how multivalent works is also through the concept of yin, resonance. So everything happens through resonance. That's how it establishes communication. So in my talk, again, we've gone deeply into that. Yeah. Okay, so that was just a recap of what we went through last week. Today, before we go into the actual topic on food and nutrition, I just want to very briefly talk about the term Sangha, which is in page 4. So the community acupuncture that we will be doing it's called Sangha acupuncture, because the intent behind that is this idea where Sangha is a Sanskrit word usually used in the Buddhist context, where it's like a group, a fellowship of people where they come together with a healing intent, intent to practice mindfulness and to kind of be together. And so I just kind of want to read a couple of quotes from this Thich Nhat Hanh's book for us to help understand, the context, because these are concepts, but when you actually really apply them into your own experience, then it becomes alive, it becomes real. So Sangha acupuncture, community acupuncture. So I got it here. So the very first one I want to read is on page 85. So community of practice. So when we practice with others, I use the word practice, but I'll replace it with heal. When we heal with others, there is mutual support. Healing becomes easy. It says here, in Buddhism, a practice community is called a Sangha, and we can make our family into a Sangha. If everyone learned the art of deep listening and loving speech, we could make our workplace, our neighborhood, our local government, and even Congress into a community of practice. Being part of a Sangha can heal feelings of isolation and separation, which is what we experienced a lot in the last two years. We practice mindfulness together, sit together, walk together. Sometimes we may drink tea, garden, or eat side by side and wash dishes together. Just by going about our daily activities with fellow practitioners, we can experience a tangible feeling of love and acceptance. The Sangha is a garden full of many varieties of trees and flowers. When we can see ourselves and others as beautiful, unique trees and flowers, we can truly grow to understand and love one another. One flower may bloom in early spring and another in late summer. One tree may bear fruits and another tree may offer refreshing shade. So no plant is greater than the other. It's just this concept of deep democracy where everything and everyone is unique and has its place. And this kind of goes into the multivalent concept where everything has its place in the context of the whole, and that it's more of a relational thing. Our different organs, our 5 fingers, like this deep democracy in our own body, how we view our healing, how we allow emotions that are, not good or bad, but everything to kind of be there. It's that practice of Sangha within your body and Sangha, within healing as well. So it's that idea that I think is very important for healing because it comes from a place of unity. And then the next one, healing ourselves and for each other. An individual is made of non-individual elements. The kind of suffering that you carry in your heart, that is society itself. When you meditate, you bring society with you. You bring all of us with you. You meditate or you heal not just for yourself, but for the whole society. You seek solutions to your difficulties, not only for yourself, but for all of us. And I think this is very important because sometimes that's kind of what I get, like the healing that I do in my office when I see my patients get better and you overcome what you need to overcome for your own healing. It's not really individual. You're part of a bigger organism. So even though it may seem like, you heal you heal your IBS or you heal your ulcer or something or your stress, it may seem like it's just you that's healing, but actually this concept of Sangha means that you're also healing other people when you're healing yourself. Sometimes I feel like some people may get cancer or you get a certain disease or illness, and in our day and age we think that it's caused by us or it's what we do. But sometimes when you heal through a certain thing, you're actually moving for the entire group, for humanity as a fellowship. So I think this is a very important concept to kind of keep in mind when you get your healing done in my office. And that's why this community acupuncture, Sangha acupuncture is so important, because it's actually physically moving out of that context where you're just healing one-on-one and you're healing together as a group. So this field, the space, it becomes even more powerful. So there's something really strong about that.